Good morning and welcome to the Tennessee Valley. This morning it's Thursday and Melissa Woody's here.
I'm here. I made it.
How are you?
I'm good.
Great to see
I'm
you.
good, yeah. We've spent a lot of time together this week.
Have.
Dan and I had to make a community exchange visit for our 3-star requirements.
Up to Morristown. What a great little town that is.
It is a great little town. The downtown is really cool looking.
Don't you love that?
Yeah.
And all those neat little shops. And I noticed that you and Sherry had a little trouble getting out of that one little gift shop where
Sherry
they had.
Cry and I, we liked it. You know, I don't shop that much, but when I do see cute little shops, I want to go in them and I want to look around. And so, yeah, we had to be rooted out of one of the shops.
Yeah, and there was, I believe it was a combination bakery and gift shop, and it was really unique.
Yeah, it was neat.
And the name of the place where they fed lunch, they gave us lunch.
Tea Room.
Tea Room, yeah. I forget
what was the Touch of Elegance or
I
touch
think
of
so.
something like
and
that.
And it was. And it was
Touch of Delicious.
Very, very good. I had the potato soup and a chicken salad sandwich on a croissant. And it was very filling and very tasty, and just it was just a wonderful place to
good.
be.
Nice people.
I love
people in
downtown.
Morristown. We hosted them on Monday. The state gives us 3-star certifications for doing things right, and Dan is the coordinator of that. Dan does a great job.
Thank you.
He gets us all in gear, and we had these this community exchange visit that's required with our 3-star certification, and we've had some really good visits over the years.
Yeah, we have.
Good
Putnam
people,
County
good communities.
And Anderson County, and this time was, well, I just went blank, Hamlin County. But Morristown is a great little community, and I was impressed with the beauty and the scenery and the geography, and Cherokee Lake. I've got to go back and visit Cherokee
beautiful.
Lake.
What's great is, too, we get to borrow ideas.
We do, and yeah, we borrowed a few, and of course they came down here.
They borrow from us.
They borrowed from us, and they seemed duly impressed with what was going on here in Bradley County as well. So that was a fun day.
Yeah,
it was a real fun day. 2 days actually, Monday and Tuesday, and then it was back to work on Wednesday. And playing catch up. I don't know about you, but I'm way behind. My desk is piled up, and I've got a lot of paperwork to do.
If I would get started this early every morning, maybe I'd be caught up.
Well, there's a thought, Melissa. I didn't want to mention that, but there's a thought there. The storms came in yesterday afternoon. My goodness, did you get caught in that?
Well, my family goes to taco night every Wednesday. My mom and my dad and anybody who doesn't have a meeting or something to do goes there, and then I hightail it to choir practice after that, try to make it on time. And so taco night got delayed just a little bit because it was hailing at the time we were supposed to leave for taco night.
Now, do you go to the same taco place every?
Oh yeah, every Wednesday.
Oh, every Wednesday it's tacos. Okay. Well, I like tacos.
Nice little tradition, nice little family.
Don't you love those family traditions?
Yeah.
That's really neat. I went to meet a friend over in Chattanooga at I think it was 6 o'clock. We decided we'd have dinner, and it was cloudy, and I thought, well, Riverbend might escape tonight, you know, but wow. I got inside by 6:30 or 7 o'clock there at the Macaroni Grill on Gun Barrel Road.
Oh, yeah.
And it, you know, it's been staying bright sunny until about 8:30, and I looked out the window and it was black.
Wow, yeah.
And the thunder was
I saw
rolling,
some
and
pretty heavy-duty strikes of lightning there. Even on my way home from choir practice, that was still kind of lightning and stuff. So it was rough little night.
Yeah, it was, and I got caught in it. We sat there and visited till about 8:30, and we kept thinking, well, it'll quit raining, it'll quit raining. Finally, we said, hey, we're going to get wet, let's go home. So I left and drove in the rain all the way to my house, and it was, at some points, it was a little scary. Heavy duty, and those heavy-duty rain, and those trucks would come by and it'd splash all that water up on your windshield, and I would startle, and you know, it was a little frightening. So, but I made it, and
well, thank goodness.
But we needed the rain.
Yeah, we did.
We needed
some rain.
We're going to talk about that in just a minute with one of our guests from Morris Vineyard. They needed the rain, and she was mentioning that just a moment ago before the
It'd be nice if it was spread out, not all at once.
Yeah, spread it out just a tad. But we do have some interesting guests today, Carolyn Morris and Heather Harris from Morris Vineyards. If you've not been to Morris Vineyards, it's one of the little best kept secrets. You know about that because you're in charge of tourism at the Chamber.
It's gorgeous. Some of the best views in Bradley County.
Yeah.
Just beautiful views, and they've just, of course, they'll tell you all about it, but great little tasting room that they've built there, and it's just, they've got it going on.
And they've got blueberries and raspberries and blackberries, and you can pick them. Take them home with you and eat them. It's just like eating candy.
Experience. Yeah. Agra experience.
It really is great. And we have Rhonda Wilkes scheduled to be here. Create and Celebrate's the name of her business. And Wes Robbins, of course, from Landmark Insurance and Brokerage. And so we're going to talk all about all kinds of things today as we just enjoy this Thursday down the downhill slide toward the weekend, and we're hoping for a great weekend this weekend.
Oh yeah,
you got big plans?
We've got a wedding to go to.
Those are always
my stepdaughter's in the wedding, and so we're looking forward to that. Just got a few things on the slate. Hoping to sit out by the pool a little bit.
Oh, that'd be great.
Soak in some sunshine.
Get some rays. Yeah. I hope so. I hope to put the boat in the water this weekend. I need to. I'm past due. Right now, let's look at the headline news, and we'll meet our guests in just a moment. But as far as the headline news is concerned, the Long-Term Recovery Committee, appointed by the Mayor's Coalition, will be meeting at 2 o'clock today at the Chamber of Commerce. The board continues its organizational structure for the 3 to 5 year recovery from the April 27th storms. Plans call for the hiring of a full-time director who will coordinate most all phases of recovery, including case management, as well as rebuilding efforts. An investigation continues at the Arch Chemicals plant in Charleston to identify the cause of a fire late Monday that sent 5 employees to area hospitals. They've since been released. All 5 were injured during that flare-up. The plant is still shut down for continued inspection and repairs. Arch Chemicals produces chlorine products commonly used in swimming pools. The Cleveland Elks Lodge led a Flag Day celebration this week to wish the American flag a happy 234th birthday. What about that? Bradley County Mayor Gary Davis spoke to the group and noted that there are many symbols of the United States of America, such as the Statue of Liberty, but none have more impact or instill as much national pride and patriotism as the Stars and Stripes. Bowater and TVA joined forces to award grants to 2 Bradley County charitable organizations. The Caring Place and Bradley Cleveland Public Education Foundation received donations amounting to $7,500. Bowater awards grants to local charities with a formula based upon every 250,000 man-hours completed without injury in their plant. Habitat for Humanity of Cleveland will host the largest multi-family home dedication in its 20-year history in this community. That will be Thursday at 6 p.m. That would be today at 6 p.m., by the way. When it presents keys for the first 5 houses of the 2011 building season, they're going to do all 5 at once. The historic dedications will take place in the Century Village subdivision, and the public is invited. If you've never been to one of those, you should go. It's very heartwarming. Wonderful to see those very deserving people get a new home, and it's exciting. That's your headline news. Let's take a look at your weather forecast and see what's happening. Mostly sunny today. Going to warm up, but it's pleasant now. So we're looking to have about a 30-degree jump today, Melissa. Right now it's 62 degrees and going to get up to about 92.
One pleasant thing about our visit to Morristown is the temperature had dipped down, and I mean, I couldn't believe it. It had been so hot, and then it was so pleasant.
Fantastic, yeah. And tomorrow, chance of rain again, a high near 90. Sunday, chance of rain again. I'm hoping that this rain will get out of here so you can spend time around the pool, and I can spend time in the boat with my grandkids. That's what I'm looking for. But right now, it's a very pleasant 62 degrees this morning. Speaking of Morristown and being a pleasant temperature, one of the things that I enjoyed about that trip was the walk that we took around the, was that a city park where they had
yes, I think it was, but it's a disc golf course.
Yeah, and we ran across some players who were playing disc golf. And it was kind
of like Frisbee golf, but Frisbee is a brand name, so they call it disc golf.
Yeah, and I didn't know, who knew that the guy had a bag about this big, it was a sports bag, and it was full of disc, and I thought a disc was a disc. You know what I mean by disc. Frisbee.
Frisbee.
And he was explaining, oh no, this one is your putter, and this one is your driver, and this one is your chipper.
I learned a lot in about 10 minutes. I was like, and he
began to show us the edges, and they're shaped different.
One goes farther, one's, for small throws. I had no idea, but apparently there's a whole series of or trail of these disc golf courses, and they do tournaments.
They do.
And so this was a father and a son that was there practicing for a tournament this weekend.
Man, they can flip that thing. And the way that they had utilized that space was really unique. It wasn't good for anything else, but they had made a green space out of it.
Yeah.
Lots of boulders and trees up in the middle of it, and trails through it. And then they had these pads where you stand and throw it at the cup, except it wasn't a cup. It was a basket about this big.
Yeah, I guess you could do trash cans.
Yeah, I guess you could.
Trash cans would get full of water all the time.
But that was a joint effort that I think they said it was built between a corporate effort between the Kiwanis and the city.
Yeah.
And it was just great.
It was
and
really cool.
People use it all the time, and the walking area was quite nice too. So it was a great visit. There was a lot of neat things that we discovered that were good ideas. The splash pad, I like the splash pad. They have a splash pad there. I told the folks at the Greenway board yesterday, this would be a great idea for somewhere along the Greenway. You know, there would be tons of people out there with small children.
Oh, yeah.
And they said, in Morristown, they said, just make sure that you have plenty of parking.
Yes, they said that it was and it was busy the day we were there, too.
Yeah, it was.
Even on a weekday, just people everywhere splashing.
The splash pad.
It was not as big as I thought it would be. When they were talking about it, I thought it would be bigger, but...
But they were splashing, and it was wet, and the kids were having fun. It was a great, great idea. Again, if you've just tuned in, you're watching the Tennessee Valley This Morning, Thursday morning edition. Dan Howell with Melissa Woody, the co-host, and we have some very special guests. Carolyn Morris and Heather Harris are here from Morris Vineyards. Great place to visit if you've not done so. We're going to learn all about that, but right now we're going to take a break. It's 6:43 and 62 degrees. Back in just a moment.
Hello, I'm Pastor Greg Casto of the United Christian Church here at 2200 Peerless Road, Cleveland, Tennessee. I want you to make plans right now to be here at our Holy Ghost Camp Meeting 2011 with signs, wonders, and miracles. Why don't you go to our website right now and get all the information, or call the number on the screen, because you're not going to want to miss these day service, evening service, great speakers, choirs, singers, such great talent. You're going to want to be here in Cleveland, Tennessee.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
I'm Dr. James Markham, host of the television program Heart of Health, seen right here on WTNB television. Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 8 a.m., or Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
Volunteer Ridipest LLC has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding areas for over 40 years. Their qualified, experienced technicians are trained in all the latest techniques to keep your home pest-free. Volunteer Ridipest LLC offers Mosquito Guard, which keeps mosquitoes out of your yard and out of your life. Their monthly and quarterly treatments are backed by their 100% money-back guarantee. For all your pest removal needs, call Volunteer Ridipest LLC today at 423-472-7736.
Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland, is your #1 Dodge Chrysler and Jeep dealer in this area. Stop by and see the brand new 2011 Chrysler 200. The 200 is essentially a new nameplate with a significant facelift to the outgoing 2010 Chrysler Sebring. A beautiful vehicle at an unbeatable price. And while you're there, check out the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the newly designed Dodge Durango. Redesigned, revamped, and reinvigorated. Yes, the Dodge Durango is back, bigger and better than ever. Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep offers a complete parts and service department with qualified service technicians to fix and repair your vehicle. So for your next brand new or pre-owned vehicle, make it Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland.
And we're back with Tennessee Valley This Morning. I'm Melissa Woody. I'm the co-host today, and happy Thursday morning to everyone. We're here with Carolyn Morris and Heather Harris, mother-daughter team, and they are from Morris Vineyard and Tennessee Valley Winery, Tennessee Mountain Winery.
Tennessee Mountain View Winery.
Tennessee Mountain View Winery. I want to make sure I get it all in. I'm so used to calling them Morris Vineyard that I have to make sure I get the winery name correct.
That's so on our road signs. We have Morris Vineyard and Winery because it's such a long title.
Yes, yes.
People do know us from Morris Vineyard.
Yeah, and everybody knows Morris Vineyard, or has at least heard the name. But I tell you, I've had so many people that say, "Oh, I've heard of Morris Vineyard for years, but I've never been out there." And the first thing I tell them is, you need to go very soon because the views are great. I mean, it's really, truly one of the prettiest places in Bradley County, and they have just gorgeous views, and they have it's different in every season that you go. That's what's so wonderful about it. It's pretty in every season.
Yeah, it is.
Well, tell me, what are you guys? What's happening right now at the vineyard? What are you anticipating becoming ripe?
We've been gearing up to for picking season. So we've been picking raspberries for about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So those come ripe in the early spring?
The earliest, Raspberries is first.
We've got some samples of raspberries here. I love raspberries.
And then, of course, the blackberries and blueberries are coming in now.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can come and pick. We can pick all of them right now. The raspberries won't last but maybe through the weekend. They're kind of playing out.
Okay. So
but the blackberries and blueberries are just now coming in, so they're ready for people to come on out and start picking.
Now, how long do the blackberries and blueberries stay on?
Let's see, the blackberries probably maybe a good two weeks, maybe 3.
Okay.
The blueberries more maybe 6 weeks.
My mom and dad have a couple of blueberry bushes, and so I can't remember if it's like toward the end of the summer, but I know that they've got like 1 or 2 muscadine vines. That is a fraction of what you guys have out there, but it's always fun to eat those toward the fall, and but we'll eat them right off the vine if the deer don't get them.
The deer like them too. We have to share.
Yeah. Now, so if somebody wants to come and pick the fruits that you were talking about now, the berries, how do they do that? Do they come out there anytime?
Yeah, 9 to 8. We're open every day. We have buckets and we put bags in the buckets, and then they just go pick and come back, and they go pick and enjoy and eat and come back, and then we weigh and they pay.
Okay, simple as that. Just go pick and we weigh and pay. So tell me about what do you all do? Some people will come out and pick the fruit, but then you all pick some of it too.
Oh,
so
yes.
tell me how what that process is like.
Yeah, well, we start picking. We've been picking raspberries to make our wine, of course. So we've started harvesting for our wine, and then we'll start doing that with the blackberries and blueberries also pretty soon. When they start ripening enough to get the sweet. You want them ripe for the wine.
Yeah.
Now, so is this a family affair, Heather? Do you get out there and pick and all that stuff?
I don't do so much of the picking.
She likes to stay inside in the winery.
Stay inside, in the AC.
So, and I try to too.
I don't blame y'all. Sounds like you've got it going on.
But we do get out there and pick. And now I went down there yesterday evening and picked my samples here. So,
well, they're really beautiful. I mean, I don't know how much people can see these raspberries, but they are gorgeous, and they're going to be pretty much lasting through the weekend. Then.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
they're gorgeous.
Just a few days on the raspberries. They're kind of getting slim, but the blackberries and blueberries are a good crop of those.
Berries are so good for you. They're antioxidants.
Oh yes,
and blueberries especially are very good for you. I eat a lot of blueberries when they're in season, but then I don't really eat them all through the rest of the season. So I need to be putting them in the refrigerator and
I do.
keeping
I'm bad about doing that too. I can't stop eating them when they once come in.
Right.
So I get my fill, I guess, till next year.
Yeah.
So now, from the time that the berries are ripe and that you guys pick them, what happens to them then when you're going to make your wine out of them? How long does it take, or what's the process between this and this?
Well, the Chamberson and the Cayuga are our new wines, and we planted those. They're grapes. They're French hybrid grapes. We planted those 3 years ago, and we just now got it in the bottled up.
Oh, okay.
The process of when you plant the plant and getting it in the bottle, about 3 years.
Okay.
But the fruit wines now, the raspberries, raspberry, blueberry, blackberry. Last year we harvested those in the spring, and we got that bottled up in the fall.
Yeah, it's a lot quicker. The fruit.
Okay.
But
so
we're excited.
it depends on what the fruit is.
Right.
How long it takes to.
Yeah, it could take from 6 months to maybe a year.
Okay.
And we don't really, it's not really aged. The fruit wines are good drunk young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so now all the processing though takes place there at
At the
Morse Vineyard,
Uh-huh.
at the Tennessee Mountain View Winery. I'm going to get that right someday.
Yeah, we're excited about our new ones too.
Okay,
of course,
so how are those different? How did y'all arrive at getting those?
Well,
new?
they're supposed to make a good dry wine.
Okay.
So we wanted some new dry, a couple of good dry wines, which we had some off anyway. But it's just the French hybrid grape like that.
Yeah, you guys have got a lot of nice sweet wines, and I
Yeah.
really that's
We've got-
what I
that's-
kind of tend
yeah.
to gravitate
We're
toward.
trying to branch out.
Yeah.
Something that you can eat like with dinner.
Yeah, that's really good. We had a tasting out there. I think, let's see, I know we took some photographs out there with you guys and had a tasting, and I always think that the sweet ones are so great for summer, and they're, really nice,
They are,
nice
yeah.
and fruity.
Oh,
So now,
yes.
how many different varieties of wine do you all have?
I think we've got 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
we've got several new ones, I like the blackberry. What else? The raspberry.
Raspberry will be
We're out
coming
of
in the fall.
We're out of the raspberry right now, but we'll have it back in the fall again because like I say, we're harvesting those right now to make the wine.
Okay.
So
Out of the 14, now when you go to have a tasting, are there certain ones that you recommend for people, or how does that?
yeah, when they come in, I usually ask them, do they prefer like a dry, semi-sweet, or sweet? And now, say what they prefer. And so, I'll usually let them try a few dries, and maybe if that's too dry, let them try a few semis, and they usually do like some of the sweets too. So
Right. Is it better to start with the sweets first, or
The dry.
start with the dry? I knew that there was probably a method to that.
yeah.
To get everybody.
It's hard from going from the sweet to the dry.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Because it makes the dry too dry.
Right. Yeah.
So now, out there at the vineyard, I know you guys have this beautiful tasting room. I keep saying it's a new tasting room because it looks brand new, but you guys
It's
have been
still new to us.
Yeah,
too. We've been there. Well, it's 4 years already. So.
Oh gosh, has it been that long?
Yes.
Boy, I thought you were going to
Yes.
say maybe a couple of years, but I can't believe it's been 4 years.
I know.
already.
I can't either.
But now you guys built that. You and Eric built that yourself. Eric must be camera shy because he doesn't ever come to see
he
us.
is. I am too, but I like to tell people about our product.
That's right. Well, and it's a passion, for you guys to have, there's a big push toward agritourism in the state of Tennessee, because agriculture is a top industry in Tennessee, and a lot of people who live in the cities, they don't have any idea what it's like to be on a farm, and so we have a lot of folks who come into Tennessee and want to experience what farming is like. And so Morris, you guys are one of our really great agritourism sites, and I put them in my position at the chamber. I market our community to visitors, and so I put them in all of our materials, all of our brochures, and encourage people to come out. And we had a group call the other day. It was a group of bank trip people. Like sometimes your local bank will coordinate trips for their seniors or for their account holders or whoever wants to go on the bank trip. And so this was a bank travel coordinator from Franklin, Tennessee, looking to come to the area. And she's got a big motor coach, and I was telling her all about Morris Vineyard and how they need to go out there for a tasting, and they could pick their own berries and things like that. So, you know, that's the kind of calls that we get. And we know that if they go out to Morris Vineyard and Tennessee Mountain View Winery, that they're going to get a warm welcome and that they're going to get a beautiful view and a neat experience. Because a lot of people have never had the experience to pick your own berries and be able to eat those. We kind of take that stuff for granted because we live in such a great area that has those kinds of experiences. But even folks who live here need to go out and see the vineyard and the operations out there. I love it. There are also gifts. Tell me about your gift. You've got gift baskets available.
Yeah, we make up some wine gift baskets, you know, put a bottle of wine in there, a couple of glasses.
Because you guys have glasses that say Tennessee Mountain
View
Winery.
And then, of course, all the wine supplies. People like to come out and pick their own fruit and try to make their own wine, and so, you know, the wine supplies.
Does anybody ever bring any back to you? Does it let you try it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it any good?
Sometimes, yeah.
It turns out.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
well,
good.
The fruit certainly helps that. I love that you guys grow your own products and then make, you know, process the fruit that you grow yourselves. I mean, that to me, you know, straight from vine to your table, is that's a pretty important thing. You know,
we love doing what we're doing.
Well, I think that's terrific. Now, are you guys? So you're open from 9 to 8
every day.
Every day, even
now
Sunday.
Even Sunday. Now that the picking season's here, and then of course we're open all year round. But in the winter, it's 11 to 7 and every day 12 to 7 on Sunday.
Okay.
But right now, picking season's 9 to 8 every day.
Come out and pick. And how many acres is your area?
About 52 acres.
52 acres.
And half of it's planted with different things, you know.
Now, at one time, you guys had the largest pick your own vineyard in America. Is that? Do you still know if that's true?
I'm not sure. I
right here in Bradley County. Right here in Bradley County. At one time was the largest pick your own vineyard in the country. So that's, you know, even if it's not still, it's still pretty good size.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Beautiful place to take pictures. Gosh, I think it'd be a beautiful place for weddings and all kinds of things. Have y'all talked about any of that? Or?
Well, we would like to build a pavilion up on, you know, where you come in and the view is just amazing. But that's something in the future we'd like to do, but down the road, yeah, maybe.
Well, we would. I think that would be great. I would certainly be marketing that to people.
Oh, yes, you would. We'd appreciate that too.
I do a lot of marketing for you guys, but
we appreciate it too.
And I appreciate
really
your activities out there and just, you know, the opportunity to do that, because the more I have to offer people, the more the happier that we'll have visitors here and residents too. It just makes our community great. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for all that information. We appreciate it very much, and thanks for being here.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
We're going to go to a break, take a break, and this is the morning show here, Tennessee Valley this morning, and we'll take a break and be back in just a little bit.
Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland, is your #1 Dodge Chrysler and Jeep dealer in this area. Stop by and see the brand new 2011 Chrysler 200. The 200 is essentially a new nameplate with a significant facelift to the outgoing 2010 Chrysler Sebring. A beautiful vehicle at an unbeatable price. And while you're there, check out the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the newly designed Dodge Durango. Redesigned, revamped, and reinvigorated. Yes, the Dodge Dodge Durango is back, bigger and better than ever. Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep offers a complete parts and service department with qualified service technicians to fix and repair your vehicle. So for your next brand new or pre-owned vehicle, make it Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland.
Hello, I'm Pastor Greg Casto of the United Christian Church here at 2200 Peerless Road, Cleveland, Tennessee. I want you to make plans right now to be here at our Holy Ghost Camp Meeting 2011 with signs, wonders, and miracles. Why don't you go to our website right now and get all the information, or call the number on the screen, because you're not going to want to miss these day service, evening service, great speakers, choirs, singers, such great talent. You're going to want to be here in Cleveland, Tennessee.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
I'm Dr. James Markham, host of the television program Heart of Health, seen right here on WTNB television, Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 8 a.m., or Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
Volunteer Ridipest LLC has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding areas for over 40 years. Their qualified, experienced technicians are trained in all the latest techniques to keep your home pest-free. Volunteer Ridipest LLC offers Mosquito Guard, which keeps mosquitoes out of your yard and out of your life. Their monthly and quarterly treatments are backed by their 100% money-back guarantee. For all your pest removal needs, call Volunteer Ridipest LLC today at 423-472-7736.
Oh, and all that fresh fruit made me hungry. Can you imagine having that for a breakfast smoothie? Putting all those blueberries and blackberries and all that other stuff. Oh, that would be good. That's usually what I try to have for breakfast. And so we thank Carolyn and Heather for coming in and telling us all about the Morris Vineyards out there. You're watching Tennessee Valley This Morning. Dan Howell here, 7:03 and 62 degrees on this pleasant Thursday morning as we coast toward the weekend. Glad you've joined us today. Looking at your headlines, the Long-Term Recovery Committee appointed by the Mayor's Coalition will be meeting at 2 p.m. today at the Chamber of Commerce. The board continues its organizational structure for the 3 to 5 year recovery from the April 27 storms. Plans call for the hiring of a full-time director who will coordinate most all phases of recovery, including individual case management as well as the rebuilding efforts. An investigation continues at the Arch Chemical plant in Charleston to identify the cause of a fire late Monday that sent 5 employees to area hospitals. All 5 have since been released. The plant is still shut down for continued inspection and repairs. The Cleveland Elks Lodge led a Flag Day celebration Tuesday to wish the American flag a happy 234th birthday. Bradley County Mayor Gary Davis was the guest speaker and told the group there are many symbols of the United States of America, such as the Statue of Liberty or the bald eagle, but none are more important or instill as much national pride as Old Glory. Bowater and TVA joined forces to award grants to 2 Bradley County charitable organizations. The Caring Place and Bradley Cleveland Public Education Foundation received donations amounting to $7,500. Bowater awards grants to local charities with a formula based upon every 250,000 man-hours completed without injury in their plant. Big deal coming up this evening at 6 o'clock. Habitat for Humanity of Cleveland will host the largest multi-family home dedication in its 20-year history here in this community. That's at 6 o'clock tonight. It will present keys for the first 5 houses of the 2011 building season. This historic dedication will take place in the Century Village subdivision. That's just off Southeast 20th Street, I believe. And the public is invited. If you've never been to one, you should go. It's very, very heartwarming. That's your headline news. Let's take a look at your weather forecast and check it out. Mostly sunny today. Don't get used to it, though. Chance of rain tomorrow through Sunday. A little disappointed about that, Melissa. I want the sun to shine on Sunday afternoon.
Yes, I mentioned we have to go to a wedding, and it is an outdoor wedding, so I'm hoping that everything's going to clear up by Saturday afternoon.
Right now, 62 degrees right now. Pleasant morning, though. It's just really a great morning. And even my dog loved going out this morning. Sometimes he doesn't like to go out. I have to encourage him a little bit. It's because he's getting old, like his master. We're back, and you're watching the Tennessee Valley this morning, 7:05, 62 degrees, and we are thrilled to have with us Rhonda Wilkes with Create and Celebrate. Hi, Rhonda.
Hi, how are you?
Good to have you with us today. I believe this is your first time to be a guest on our show. But
I've been here once.
One time, okay. See, my memory, I have not very good short-term memory. I'll blame it on my memory.
It was first of the year, there was snow on the ground.
That's okay, it was a while back. But
Yes.
we're glad that you're here and to learn all about Create and Celebrate.
Yes.
What's going on?
We do paint parties where people come and we talk them through painting canvases.
Oh.
So everybody goes home with a nice piece of art.
I see. So you are an artist.
Right.
I see.
Right.
Well, how did you get started in this business?
Well, I have been doing faux and decorative painting for about 11 years. And we just kind of branched off, and instead of doing rooms and walls and all that kind of stuff, we thought it'd be fun to do something small every now and then.
So you do
know.
pictures and still
So
life and all kinds of things.
Correct.
I see.
Yes.
Well, you know, I've seen some faux painting, and I'm sure you have too, Melissa, that just, you walk up to it and you have to touch it and say,
Right.
is that real?
Right.
And you're not real sure.
Exactly.
And I'm convinced I could never do that. Is it really difficult to do?
Well, not if you've done it as much as I have.
Okay.
Years of practice.
Yes, exactly. No, you know, it just takes lots of practice and
Yeah.
experimenting. It's not
How do
too
they
bad.
get that? One of the most fascinating things that I see is in some of the homes is a faux. Well, it looks like marble. You'll see the posts and
columns.
It just they do all kinds
Right.
of.
We
things
do
on it.
marble, we do stone, we do brick, we do lots of things.
Yeah.
And now, when you say painting parties, is that like for adults or for?
It's for adults,
All
children.
ages?
We do kids' birthday parties where they can come in, and you know, each child goes back. That will be like their little keepsake to take home with them. We do adult parties where girls' night outs, date nights, things like that. They can get together and come. We have a schedule on the calendar, or a calendar on the website, where we have different paintings offered on certain nights. So everyone there does the same painting.
Oh, that's neat.
And we walk them through it step by step, just break it down into small pieces, and so everybody can do
I
a
would
great
enjoy
painting.
that.
It's fun.
I would enjoy that.
It's a lot of
I
fun.
painted a picture one time, and
Yes.
it's actually in my house in the guest bedroom. But I had a lot of help.
Yeah.
There was a teacher standing by
Right.
saying, do this and do this.
Exactly, that's what
and
we
I did
do.
what they said, and actually it turned out pretty good.
Yes.
And I have guests come in and they say, who painted that? I did. No, you know.
Yeah.
But it really, if you have somebody to guide you,
It's not hard at
and
all.
I guess it's a learned skill. But,
It is, but if we, break it down into little easy steps, it's not paint by number, but it's almost, it's close. We walk you through it.
So you have a studio that people come to.
Yes, on Georgetown Road. It's
Okay.
3757 Georgetown. And
And how long have you been doing this?
since January, we just started the parties the first of the year. So
Is
yeah,
it working well for you?
It's great. We've done some fun things. We've done some church groups that come for private parties. We've got a bridal party coming in this weekend, and we did a birthday party for 6- and 7-year-olds a couple weeks ago, so that was fun.
So now, like for a bridal party, do you choose a subject that has to do, 'cause everybody's going to take this as a keepsake.
Right.
Do you choose something that has to do with love or hearts or weddings or flowers?
We have things like that to offer, but we just let the whoever's getting the party together choose the painting. The one they're doing this weekend is a monogram, so everybody can do different backgrounds and put their own little monogram and personalize it however they want.
That's
They can
really a
choose their
great
colors.
Isn't it great?
Because you always try to think about what can
Sure.
you get your bridesmaids.
Right.
What's going to be something that they won't just chuck in a closet
Exactly,
or something like that.
exactly.
And
And
that
it's
would be something they'd hang on their wall and remember
Right.
that I did this with mine.
Exactly. It's
friends.
a lot of fun.
Well, how do people learn about you and get involved and
That's why I'm here.
Okay. That worked out, didn't it?
Spreading the word.
Yeah, exactly. No, we've just been, just trying to get it out on Facebook and,
You have a
just telling
Facebook
people
page?
about it. We do have a Facebook
Okay.
page.
Tell us what that is.
It's, what is that? It's Create and Celebrate Studio. And we have a website. It's www.createandcelebratestudio.com. And you can go to the website and like me on Facebook there. That's probably the easiest way to find it.
Well, I'll have to do that because
Yes.
I think I would enjoy
That would
painting.
be neat. How many people can come to?
We can accommodate about 20.
Oh, wow, that's
Yes.
a
Now,
pretty
do you
good
ever
It
have
is.
people like, let's say, grandparents who might come and bring their grandkids?
Yes, yes.
You do? Mm-hmm. See, I've got an idea.
I see those wheels turning.
I've got an
man.
idea here. I think
see
that
those
would be
wheels.
great to
It
do.
would be
They
great. We
Yeah.
also have open studio days where we don't have a guided painting, but people could bring their children in or grandchildren just to explore. You know, we just supply the canvases and the paint and the paint brushes, and they can just do their own thing.
Do whatever they want.
Now, when you do that for different ages, are they? Do you pick skill level? I mean,
Yes,
you kind of
we have certain
graduate the skill level.
exactly for probably 6 to 9 year olds. We just kind of let them do whatever they want to. We can have a, you know.
That sounds messy to me.
No, it's not too bad. We the last one that I did, the last birthday party, we had pre-traced like a butterfly and flowers, and the little girl, the birthday girl, picked out what she wanted.
Oh, that's cool.
And so we pre-traced it on the canvas, and then they just kind of filled it in and did their own little thing with it. But
Now, I'm really good at like stickmen. I can do the
Yeah.
stickmen. That's not a problem. So that would be my level. You have a
Yeah, if you
stickman?
need any stickman tracers,
Do you have,
Gotcha.
right
do you have a
there.
stickman level that you start people
we
with?
do. We can work with you.
Now, my oldest, well, both of them are quite artistic, but the oldest one is just kind of self-taught, and she's into the Beatles. If you can imagine,
Oh,
the teenagers, she's gaga over the Beatles for some reason. And
Years of training.
I guess so. And she was trained well by her father, who's also a Beatles fan. But she has painted numerous scenes of portraits and things of
Wow.
the Beatles.
Yes.
And just self-taught, and she's quite good. So you'd have a different level for someone like that
We
versus
do.
the stick man like me.
Right.
You'd start them out at a different level. Right?
Well, that's why on the calendar there's different paintings, so they choose what they feel comfortable tackling.
I see. And is this expensive, affordable for
It's
people?
it starts out at $25. The more advanced paintings are, you know, a little bit higher, but $25 includes your canvas, a 16 by 20 canvas,
that's
all
very,
the paints.
very affordable.
We use acrylic paint, so it will be dry, and you can,
Yeah.
you know, not have to worry about messing it up when you go home.
That's very affordable. You
Yeah.
can't buy a painting for $25. And here
Exactly.
you get to paint your own and have that experience with your friends
Especially
and
with
family.
children, you know, if you don't know if they're going to really enjoy it or not, you don't want to go out and have to buy all the paints and the brushes and the canvases, and
Right.
you'll spend $30, $40 just to get the supplies for, you know, one canvas.
Right.
So that way they
is
can
really
try
neat.
it.
That is very affordable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially for the experience. Everybody's all about the experience.
Yeah.
I touched on that when I was talking about
Right.
experiencing picking the berries.
Right.
And, you know, that's what we're finding in all of the tourism seminars that we have. It's all about the experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, people want to experience those things
Yeah, and
again.
if you've got a small group or a large group, either way, we do private parties. But if you've just got 3 or 4 or 5, people that want to get together, do something fun, you can bring your own snacks, drinks, whatever you want, and just enjoy a fun night of art.
Now, have you all had a lot of bookings? I mean, have you?
Yes,
That's
we've
good.
we've been staying pretty busy. We can always use more.
Yeah. Now, is there a time limit for that fee, or just till they get the painting done?
Well, it usually takes, when we're walking you through it, it usually takes 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
And you get that done. Open studio, you can stay as long as the open studio hours and work
Okay.
on whatever you want.
Okay. And you're located again on Georgetown Road.
Yes.
Give us an idea about where that is.
It's in the Barker Professional Park.
Oh, know exactly where you
Okay.
are. Yeah.
Near Cleveland Middle, then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of between Cleveland Middle and Southern Heritage.
So it's very convenient, conveniently
Yes.
located.
Right.
It's not far off the interstate, in fact.
Correct.
That's fantastic. I'm going to have to look that up. Give us the website once again.
It's www.createandcelebrate, that's all spelled out,
Create and Celebrate.
studio.com.
Studio.com. And the Facebook is Create and Celebrate, just on Facebook.
Create and Celebrate Studio.
Studio
Yes.
on Facebook. And I don't know, you probably discovered this in your marketing that you do, but Facebook has become the marketing place in the world,
Definitely.
it seems like.
Yes.
There's all kinds of pages and people doing marketing there.
Right.
And even major corporations now are doing marketing on Facebook.
Yeah, you got to go on there and like it. So I guess you need to go in there
Yeah.
and like,
Like
it
me.
and Celebrate Studio.
Create and Celebrate Studio. Check it out. It sounds like a great family fun event, and I'm going to check into it and see if my grandkids would like to go do that.
Yeah, you can also call the studio. We're there by appointment and during class time, so you can call that number 423-339-4700. And you know, if we're not there, leave us a message and we'll call you back if you're interested in doing a private party or something like that.
Oh, that's a good point. So they need to make an appointment to
You do need a reservation. That way we can ensure a seat, that we have enough space for you.
Sure.
And normally we need 5 people to hold the class. So as long as we have 5 people, the class will be held. And you know, so just get your reservation in to make sure you get in and get a seat.
So
you can register online.
Good.
Or call us, either way.
So go on Facebook, Create and Celebrate Studio, or if you want to go online, createandcelebratestudio.com.
Correct.
And you'll learn all about it, and just call ahead, and they'll find a place for you. It sounds like so much fun.
It is fun.
There's so many neat things to do in Cleveland and Bradley County. All you got to do is look for them a little bit sometimes.
That's
right.
Some of them are just right there in your face, and this is a great family fun event. So thanks for coming by.
You're
and
welcome.
telling
Thank
us
you
all
for
about
having
it,
me.
Rhonda. We'll be back in just a moment. 7:17 is your time and 62 degrees. Don't go.
I'm Byron Winters with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. Contact me for all of your business insurance needs. From general liability to workers' comp, commercial auto, and business umbrellas, Landmark Insurance has you covered.
I'm Dr. James Markham, host of the television program Heart of Health, seen right here on WTNB television. Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 8 a.m., or Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
Volunteer Ridipest LLC has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding areas for over 40 years. Their qualified, experienced technicians are trained in all the latest techniques to keep your home pest-free. Volunteer Ridipest LLC offers Mosquito Guard, which keeps mosquitoes out of your yard and out of your life. Their monthly and quarterly treatments are backed by their 100% money-back guarantee. For all your pest removal needs, call Volunteer Ridipest LLC today at 423-472-7736.
Hello, I'm Pastor Greg Casto of the United Christian Church here at 2200 Peerless Road, Cleveland, Tennessee. I want you to make plans right now to be here at our Holy Ghost Camp Meeting 2011 with signs, wonders, and miracles. Why don't you go to our website right now and get all the information or call the number on the screen, because you're not going to want to miss these day service, evening service, great speakers, choirs, singers, such great talent. You're going to want to be here in Cleveland, Tennessee.
Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland, is your #1 Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep dealer in this area. Stop by and see the brand new 2011 Chrysler 200. The 200 is essentially a new nameplate with a significant facelift to the outgoing 2010 Chrysler Sebring. A beautiful vehicle at an unbeatable price. And while you're there, check out the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the newly designed Dodge Durango. Redesigned, revamped, and reinvigorated. Yes, the Dodge Durango is back, bigger and better than ever. Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep offers a complete parts and service department with qualified service technicians to fix and repair your vehicle. So for your next brand new or pre-owned vehicle, make it Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland.
$7:19 your time. You're watching the Tennessee Valley this morning on Thursday as we coast toward the weekend, looking forward to an exciting weekend. Your weather doesn't look too bad. Moderating temperatures a tad. Up to about 92 today. It's 62 right now, so it's going to warm up.
I'd like to see it land somewhere around 80.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wouldn't that be great?
85.
Yeah.
But, you know, can't always get what you want,
No,
as the
you can't.
Rolling Stones would say.
Chance of rain Saturday and through Sunday. unfortunately. So those of you who are planning an outdoor activity, you might want to take an umbrella with you just in case you get a few showers. Hopefully they won't be as heavy as what we got last night.
I always find that I do better in a hood.
Do you?
I always get wetter with an umbrella.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it down. It's splashing all over me, and I just do better with like a little raincoat and a hood.
Yeah.
I have a big bright yellow raincoat that everybody calls me the Gordon's Fisherman when I wear it. So it's okay.
I've been to that plant, by the way, Gordon's Fisherman,
Really?
yeah, in Gloucester, Massachusetts. It's right on the coast, and that big sign, their logo that you see on their packaging when you buy it in the store, they got a huge sign over the plant, right on the ocean.
Really?
Going down US 1, down between Rockport and Gloucester, Massachusetts.
I'll have to show you my big yellow slicker and see if you think that looks like the Gordon's
Yeah, I
Fisherman.
bet that's what it looks like. Yeah. When I saw that, a long time ago, we were taking a vacation there, and I saw that. I know that sign. Yeah, that's the Fisher place.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it was. But we're here talking to Rhonda Wilkes. She's with Create and Celebrate, and we've learned about what they're doing as far as painting and activities for painting parties, I think is what she called it. And we're also going to talk now about some other activities that's going on around town, as well as adding that into the mix. And one of the big things that I learned, we talked earlier about the community exchange.
Yes.
And every time we do one of these exchanges, I seem to learn something more about our community. And I haven't had a chance to mention this to you since then because we've both been busy. But something in Charleston that I did not know we had was this cypress, would you call it a swamp?
Cypress Grove.
Cypress Grove.
Yeah, it is a wetlands area that is
right there in town.
Right. It's amazing.
It
is. People
is.
pass by there all the time and they don't even realize that the Cypress Grove, it's right in the middle of town. Charleston is about a mile square.
Right.
And right in the middle of town, there is this gorgeous Cypress Grove.
What is it, about a block and a half off of Highway 11?
Yes, yeah. That's about right.
Yeah.
And you can actually, when the water's up, you can canoe through there. There's actually a little canoe company that will rent a canoe, Hiwassee Canoe Company, and you can canoe through that cypress swamp. And it is really, I tell you, a great word. And the Tennessee arborist was there, and he used the most appropriate word for that grove is enchanting.
Enchanting.
It is truly enchanting. And when the light, all different times of the day, the light will filter through those trees. It is so cool. And it's one of only, I think, 3 cypress groves this far, in Tennessee.
Really?
They're normally in Florida and hotter climates. But it was planted in the 1930s by TVA to conserve the soil there where the water rises and falls, because when obviously everybody knows in the wintertime the Hiwassee River level is lower.
It goes down.
And so that is just a swampy area at that point. And then in the summer when the water levels go back up, then it's filled with water there, and you can canoe through it.
Now this covers what, about 3 acres?
I would say, yeah, about 3 acres or so, just roughly.
Like that.
But what we're hoping to do, and this is what we were talking about when you discovered the Cypress Grove, is that there is so much rich history in Charleston that we are going to, we're trying to acquire property right now for a heritage center. And that heritage center will also welcome visitors. It's only going to be less than 3 miles off of the interstate. 60,000 cars pass there every day and have no idea of the rich history that the small town of Charleston, the big story that this small town has to tell. The rich Cherokee history there. The Cherokee Agency used to be in Charleston, and that was somewhat of an embassy. Just like we have a United States Embassy in Italy or France or Germany, we had an embassy there at the Cherokee Nation, which was what is present-day Charleston. So that was the embassy to the Cherokee, and that was in the Charleston area. It was located in 3 different areas, but the last area it was located was Charleston. And then in 1838, when the Trail of Tears began to happen, Cherokee were gathered in what is present-day Charleston. It had then turned into Fort Cass. So the federal troops took over an area. They already had property because they had the embassy there, the Cherokee Agency there. And so they began gathering thousands and thousands of Cherokee and other tribes too. There were Creeks creeks there,
Yeah.
but mostly Cherokee, and they held them there until the time of the Trail of Tears. And actually, present-day Charleston, or Fort Cass at that time, was the operational military headquarters for the entire Trail of Tears operation.
Right here in Bradley County, in Charleston.
Right here in Bradley County. So it's not an easy story to own, because it's not something that's happy and joyous.
No, it's not.
But it's definitely not something that we need to just not talk about,
no, don't want to ignore
it's a huge part of American history that is just going to be lost. And right now, there's no signage, nothing there that tells the story except for a brochure that we did last year. So we're really working on developing this Heritage Center, and then developing this interpretive greenway that will flow through Charleston, past the Cypress Grove, and then terminate in a river park that talks about how important the Hiwassee River is. The Hiwassee River is the reason for pretty much every story from Charleston that's a big, significant story, because on that greenway, we plan to interpret the Civil War, the Cherokee history, and people who called this place home long before the Trail of Tears, had families and stores and missions and loved this land. And then also the Civil War, there were bridge burnings. There was a huge bridge burning over the Hiwassee River.
Well, and General Sherman set up headquarters there in the Henniger House for a while.
He did. He stayed 2 nights in the Henniger House, 1 night going to Knoxville, 1 night coming back.
And then there was a Confederate general that did the same thing.
Yes, there were other generals that did the same thing.
So Charleston swapped hands a few times.
Oh yes, yes, and this everybody it's common knowledge that this county was divided, and it's not so common knowledge that we were like 70% Union and 30% Confederate. Everybody thinks that if you're in the South, you were all blanket Confederate, but actually our community was split more toward Northern sympathies. And so it was a group of citizens who burned that bridge who were Union sympathizers. And so we're going to have a reenactment of that in November.
Coming up.
We've been having a slate of events, of our Civil War events, and you can find that on our website at visitclevelandtn.com. But on that greenway in Charleston, we also are going to interpret the Wild River filming, which happened, which is a huge cultural thing. We're also going to interpret wetlands and wildlife, the things that make that area so beautiful and that made it so heartbreaking for the Cherokee to have to leave their lands. So we're going to tell that whole story.
Charleston has as rich a history as any community I know of when it comes to early American history.
And then as
it's
you
just
get
not
on,
being told yet.
As you get on toward later years, you had the first black mayor in Tennessee was in Charleston.
Right.
The first black police chief in Tennessee was in Charleston. And just, all these cultural milestones, the first high school, the first county high school was in Charleston.
They're celebrating 100 years now.
100 years this year for Charleston School. So just a lot of really big stories to tell for a small town. They've got it. Got it going on.
They really do have it going on, and I'm glad to see that that's being developed. We've got a couple of minutes left, but that cypress swamp, it reminds me on a small scale of what you see in Louisiana as you canoe out through those trees.
It's gorgeous. If you go down Cass Street, there's a little area that you can kind of peek in there, and that's a nice little viewing area that you can peek in, but down Cass Street.
If you get a chance, you need to do that. I want to thank Rhonda Wilkes for coming by. Create and Celebrate is the name of her business, and she has painting parties for families and friends and all kinds of parties. If you have a bridal party, and a great place to do it. Just go by and you will have fun, I guarantee it. And the website again is createandcelebrate.com.
Createandcelebratestudio.com.
See, I was close. createandcelebratestudio.com, or go on Facebook, Create and Celebrate Studio on Facebook, and you will find it as well. So that's going to be exciting to see how that develops. And thanks a lot for coming in and sharing with us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Melissa, for being here today.
You're very welcome.
Telling us all about Charleston. And it's always good to see you. It's good to see you. And I'll be back tomorrow morning, I believe, at about 6:30. So join us then. Have a good day.